Hello, Walking the Ropes fans. I am Blake, and welcome to the next episode of Walking the Ropes Wrestling Review for AEW Rampage from Miami, Florida. But before I get into the Rampage review, we're going to quickly run down the results of Elevation and Dark from this week. And before all of that, make sure to check out the Walking the Ropes link tree for all things Walking the Ropes. For Dark Elevation this week, it was Dustin Rhodes, and he defeated Gustavo. Wardlow defeated Will Austin. Santana and Ortiz defeated Jake and Sean Maluda. And Diamante, Amy Sakura, and Nyla Rose defeated Kylan King, Red Velvet, and Ryu Mizunami. For Dark this week, we had Jamie Hayter defeating Tiffany Neves. The Gun Club defeated Alex Chamberlain, Dean Alexander, and Diamond Sheik. Chris Statlander, Red Velvet, and Thunder Rosa defeated Diamante, Amy Sakura, and Nyla Rose. Lance Archer defeated O.T. Fernandez. Frankie Kazarian defeated Aaron Solo. And the Dark Order defeated 2.0. And for AEW Rampage this week, we opened the show with the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament match. Orange Cassidy versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs and Cassidy are the first match in the tournament, and they are showing how important a shot at the World Championship is in AEW. Cassidy comes to the ring with his ribs bandaged up, and it looks like he even has an ice pack on his back as well. And Hobbs targets this and is wearing Cassidy down. Hobbs overpowers Orange every time he can. And Hobbs starts to beat on Cassidy in the corner. And, the ref starts his 5 count. And it seems a little quick. And the ref backs him out of the corner. And eventually Hobbs picks up the ref and moves him across the ring. And during all this argument and the confusion, Cassidy rolls up Hobbs with the mousetrap and gets the win. Orange Cassidy defeats Powerhouse Hobbs to move on and face Dark Order's 10 or Jon Moxley in the next round. For my Malteser scale for that match, I gave it a 3.25 out of 5. I really enjoyed the match, and I'm looking forward to see how Cassidy is going to fare against either 10 or Moxley, as they are far different competitors to really anyone Cassidy faces. He's obviously had matches against Jericho and the likes of them, but just those two seem to be an interesting challenge for Cassidy that I don't think I've really had a chance of seeing before. We then get Penta coming out to the ring with Alex Abrahantes, and they're talking about what happened last week, and before they really even start, they notice fans with Los Superanas masks on, and they rip them off quickly, and they notice it's not FTR. And then FTR jumps them from behind and beats on them and stands tall with the AAA tag titles as well as the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It's interesting. I believe we are going to be getting FTR versus Lucha Brothers for a winner takes all at Full Gear. I would imagine that's the plan here. We get a singles match next, Britt Baker versus Anna Jay. And this is a grudge match after Britt Baker takes shots at Anna Jay and the Dark Order last week on Dark Dynamite, I believe it was. Anna has a great opportunity to take on the Women's World Champion here. If she wins, she'll 100% get a shot at the championship. But Britt, though, shows why she is the world champion and is a step ahead of Anna the whole match, even going for the lockjaw early. But Anna fights out and eventually locks in the Queenslayer, and it seems like Britt might have a bit of a fight on her hands. But she's able to fight out with a bit of Jamie's help with a distraction, and she eventually hits a super kick where she can then lock in the lockjaw for the win. Britt Baker defeats Anna Jay, and for my Malteser scale, I gave this a 3 out of 5. It was a really solid match. Anna obviously isn't on that same level as Britt at the moment. She'll get there eventually. She's doing fantastic, and I love everything about Anna. But obviously we wanted to prove just kind of how far ahead Britt is here. And even after the match, she locks in the lockjaw again, and Ty Conti comes out. She makes the save. Britt and Rebel and Jamie run away. But Ty stands tall with the title. So it looks like we're getting Ty Conti versus Britt Baker for the AEW World Championship at some point in the near future. And I'm okay with this. I wouldn't even be mad if Ty takes the World Championship from her, because I love Ty Conti. After this, we're shown a graphic for the TBS Women's Championship. The top 4 women contenders get buys into the second round. That's Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose, Jade Cargill, and Chris Statlander. And the round 1 matches are as follows. Anna Jay versus Jamie Hayter. The winner will face Thunder Rosa. The Bunny versus Red Velvet. The winner faces Jade Cargill. Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. The winner faces Nyla Rose. And finally, Penelope Ford versus Ruby Soho. The winner will face Chris Statlander. This tournament is shaping up to be an awesome one. These 12 women are amazing talents and are going to put on a great show in every match. I'm confident in that. My only disappointment is Ty is not in the tournament, but it is okay, as it does seem she may be challenging for the AEW World Championship in the future. So I am okay with it so long as Ty gets a shot at some title in some capacity. We then get Tony Schiavone talking with the main event competitors. Andrade says he already beat Pac once and will do it again. And Pac says the only reason Andrade won is because he cheated, but tonight everyone is barred from ringside. We then get our main event, a singles match, Andrade El Idolo versus Pac. This is their second meeting. The first time they met, obviously, Pac won, or Andrade won with Chavo hitting Pac with the iPad. It was a good match. It seemed like Andrade was pissed off with what happened with Chavo and all that. And he obviously kicked Chavo out. We then have this match where we have obviously heard everyone is barred from ringside. And it's an awesome match, all honesty. Like, Pac and Andrade are without a doubt 2 of the most impressive performers in the world. The way they move in the ring and figure out how to do something different in every single match is amazing. Like, it's incredible how they are able to just flow in the ring. I mean, they even mentioned it on the commentary. They have such great chemistry here. Like, it's fantastic. And they waste no time waste no time here getting going, as they spill to the outside, where Pac takes advantage. And Pac seems to wear down Andrade. When from out of nowhere, Andrade comes flying from over the top rope to the outside and levels the playing field. And this is only about 5 minutes have passed. And it feels like we've seen everything this match has to offer. Nothing else is going to work. Like, they've done everything they can to each other, but they just keep hitting another move, doing something else. Neither man gets an edge as Andrade goes for a springboard leg drop, but Pac moves out of the way and Andrade crashes into the apron. And it just looks like he's done. They were brawling to the inside, and it just seemed like Andrade was through, and out of nowhere, he hits this springboard DDT through the ropes onto the apron. And obviously he crashed onto the apron himself. But it was nuts what he did. And then he goes, puts Pac back into the ring, goes up to the top rope, and looks like he's going for a moonsault, but Pac kicks out his legs, goes to the top rope with him, where he then hits an avalanche brainbuster, and I was shocked. I thought he was hitting just a superplex, but it was insane. And Andrade even kicked out of that, which was nuts. And then they reversed each other going for their finisher. Pac went for the brutalizer. Andrade was going for I think it's like a kind of like a double underhook DDT sort of thing. I can't quite remember what his move is. But eventually Pac captures Andrade's arm, rolls him up, and gets the win. Pac defeats Andrade El Idolo. For my Malteser scale, I gave this a 4.75 out of 5. My only kind of hang up is the finish kind of came out of nowhere with the roll up, but I'm okay with that because now they're 1 win apiece and we can build towards Pac Andrade 3, where there's probably going to be some kind of stipulation or something like that. It'll be very, very cool. After the match, the lights go out and Malachi Black appears in the ring and takes out Pac. And he goes to grab a chair when he is stopped by Cody Rhodes, who beats on Black and then sends Andrade and Black running. This is really cool. Cody got the reaction he wanted from the crowd for sure. Everybody went nuts when he came in to make the save. It was awesome. He's clearly got the crowd on his side now. While I still think Malachi winning is a good idea, it seems like the story is at least working the way Cody wants it to go now. Overall, I gave this show a 4.5 out of 5. It was an awesome show. AEW really doesn't miss. My match of the night is Pac and Andrade, obviously. The segment of the night is the post-main event battle. It really kind of changes how I feel about that third match. It's going to be at least a good match, and I'm excited for it. And my performers of the night goes to Pac and Andrade. They put on a hell of a show. But that is all for this episode of Walking the Ropes Wrestling Review. Thank you all for dropping in. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload a video. And I'll see you in the next one.